Hi everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles. Thank you for sharing, subscribing and being here. And today I'm doing a spread called the Ancestors Spread. And we kind of had something similar to this once before, but I thought I would try this way and see if it brings us some deeper wisdom. So I want you to choose either number 1 or number 2 for this. I want you to just tune in and just say, what will give me messages from my ancestors? What do I need to hear today that's going to help me? Okay, and let's start with number 1. It's kind of interesting, the little things that we're asking. So we're first saying for number 1, ancestors, what is your relationship to me? Okay, we're going to go through these different, hope you can see. What is your relationship to me? What is the wisdom that you're bringing? What family trauma affects my DNA? It's interesting. How can I heal this? What gifts have you passed down to me? How can I honor my ancestors? And what should I know about my future? How's that for number 1? All right, are we ready? Okay. I'm actually going to use my channeling crystal, which you might have seen me have at my desk a fair bit, so I can tune in a little more. All right, the first one, relationship to me. Okay, remember we have many ancestors. This is one storyline. There we go, relationship to me. Okay, so my feeling here is that my feeling here is that this ancestor is from the mother's side of the family, okay? That this ancestor is probably somebody who is working with you now because of the emotions that you might be feeling as well. Yeah, I feel this is someone far back on the mother's side of the family, working with you on intuition, emotions, etc., healing, focusing in on what you really want to do. And maybe you do like to spend time alone as well. And this is also encouraging this. So this particular ancestor, I'm trying to tune into it. I'm feeling like this is going back sort of like getting mixed messages about this, but I feel like this is somewhere, I want to say Italy, so I'm going to stick with that, okay? Not that that really matters if we're looking back, but it's something situated around there. That's what I'm feeling, that's what I'm getting from it. Okay, so relationship to you on your mother's side, going back in time, way back in time to somewhere like Italy. Okay, and what's the wisdom that this person is bringing you? Okay, creation, to be creative, to be confident in who you are, to do the things that you really want to do. Don't let anything or anybody hold you back. This is the sacral chakra is very creative in its energies. Also balancing the reproductive organs as well, adrenals, kidneys, etc. But it's asking you to make sure that you always have fun, always be yourself. And this is some of the wisdom that's coming down from your ancestors right now. Make sure that you are enjoying life. Okay. Interesting. What family trauma might be still affecting your DNA? When I look at this card, it is a good card. It is of new beginnings. But I feel like the family trauma was always being like something where you always had to be on the run or on the move. Okay, so something that's affecting your DNA is that you may not feel at home. You may feel like you're waiting to find where home is. You're waiting to feel settled. And this is a trauma that has been passed down through the family generational line. It's something that you can now acknowledge and ask for clearing of this, dissolving this in all directions of time and space. A feeling of being restless, a feeling of having to be on the move, and also a feeling that you're alone in it in some way. This is something that is still a trauma that is still affecting the family, needing to keep moving. Perhaps you had to move out of fear, place to place. Okay, it's time to let all that go now. This is why we do these kind of readings, so we can see what might still be affecting us and be able to release it. Wow, okay, it's getting pretty heavy. There we go. How can we heal it? Okay, so open up your crown and let the divine, the source energy, flow through you, top to bottom, healing all of the cells and repairing the DNA and activating meridians and portals and chakra points, etc. Letting the energy flow through you, and maybe doing a meditation, just simply focusing on the crown of your head and trying not to think of anything else but white light flowing from the crown of your head down, so you can heal this and also awaken to who you truly are, which is going to help support you as you move forward. And that feeling of restlessness or needing to be on the run, or no one's with you, or you have to do it alone, that independent streak that you feel that you have to have, might just subside enough for you to get some peace and calm and settle in your life, bringing you into new directions for yourself. So that's cool. Okay. What gifts have you passed down? Okay. All right. So this is something that a lot of us do, is we don't always talk about our true inner feelings. But the thing here is what gifts have been passed down is a knowingness, like clairsentience, clear feeling. Not saying anything though is never any good, or acting on things. So you have this clear feeling, you also have a clear knowing. The only trouble is that you may doubt this at times. So you have to remember not to suffer in silence, as it says here. You know, this is something that a lot of us do, and it could be something that is passed down even. The gifts of clear knowing and clear feeling have also been passed down, and that you can tune into those and really start to connect deeper, as long as you're trusting. If trusting is an issue, it might be something that you need to work on, but you are in tune, like you are able to connect psychically, and it's something that you need to explore a little bit more, and maybe different ways in doing it as well. Okay. How can I honor my ancestors? I feel like that's planting a tree. Yeah, recognize the timelines and how things are different, and planting a tree would be perfect, a way to honor your ancestors. I know for certain that our ancestors, our loved ones, they don't want us to be particularly sad, at all in our life. And I feel sometimes, looking at old photographs and always having the photographs and the candles up, it just brings sadness. They want you to do something that brings joy. Having a tree is something that can last forever, can be there for the longest time and continue to make baby trees, etc. It continues to go. And that's something like, the tree, the family tree, makes a lot of sense. Having your roots in this earth. So that's perhaps what your ancestors are saying. To honor them best, plant a tree. Maybe you'll plant more than one. Maybe it will become a tradition. And what should you know about your future? Okay. Well, there's going to be obstacles and challenges, of course, in just about anything that we do. But if you notice this energy around is really totally preparing you. You're completely supported as you move forward. There are always going to be things that we definitely don't understand. And I know that a lot of people feel that if everything is all over the place, that they're not on the right path. And sometimes everything has to fall apart in order for things to fall together. Okay? So your advice for your future is to keep on moving forward. There are obstacles, but you are challenged as well, but you are supported every step of the way. Don't fear failing, and don't fear success either. Just live for your happiness. Okay, beautiful. Number one. I hope that was helpful to you or made sense. I always have to go with what I feel as well, of course. And don't forget, you can get deeper readings and the 12-month 2020 reading for next year available at my website now. Okay. All right, let's go number two. Number two, we are doing, as you know, an ancestors reading today. This is just going to give us some little bits of insight into those who have gone before us. Okay. So here are the questions. There's 7 questions we are asking, and I am going to get all the cards ready first before we get started. Number 2, I have some sage going as well. It's just finishing itself off. Okay. Relationship to you. Okay, so what is this ancestor's relationship to you? What is the wisdom they are bringing to you into your life? What family trauma might be affecting the DNA? How can you heal this? What gifts have what gifts have been passed down to you? How can I honor my ancestors? And what should I know about my future? Are you ready, number 2? I'm going to use my channeling crystal as well. Okay. The first one, relationship to you. Sometimes we get a name in here as well. Wow, okay, this is interesting. Okay, so for number 2, the ancestor energy or the relationship to you, I feel like this. Okay, so the first number one was on the mother's side of the family, and I still feel this is on the mother's side of the family here. That the relationship to you comes from the maternal line of the family. I actually feel that whoever's coming forward here, it's not so long ago. So maybe 200 or 300 years ago. Okay, so I know that sounds like a long time ago, but it's not right back. Definitely the energy of farming, as you can see from here. But I'm feeling this is Canadian. That's the first thing that's coming straight out of my mouth, Canadian. Okay, there's something Canadian here for you. Okay, so I'm sure we're going to find out more information as we move forward as well. So this is the relationship to you, going back 200 or 300 years, farming, and I get Canadian from this. Okay, what else can we find out? What's the wisdom this energy is? Oh, okay, not to feel trapped, not to feel stuck in any position in your life. Maybe your ancestors were, hardworking and they had to do what they had to do. There was no change. Everything, gets passed down, and you have to keep working really, really hard. You're sort of getting the message or the wisdom from your ancestors to not be held back in this life, or not let anybody hold you back in any way. And don't be tempted to lower your standards either. Okay, I feel like the energy here for you is that something may be holding, or something's pulling you backwards, not allowing you to express yourself fully, not allowing you to open the doorways that need opening now, right? So the wisdom here is, if you're feeling restricted, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling controlled, it's time to do something completely different. Get out of that situation, or trust that there's going to be an opportunity that comes up that allows you to do that, and that you're worth a whole lot more than being stressed or upset or anxious or, feeling depressed or whatever it is. It's time to break free from anything that's holding you back. Okay, we're going to keep on going. Okay. What family trauma is affecting the DNA? Well, this is a good card to get. But what I'm feeling here is, and generally when we look at this in tarot readings, it's like, hallelujah. But the energy here is that they sort of turned you back, like the ancestors saying, don't turn your back on material things or having things or being prosperous or, gaining money. Something made you turn your back on all of that. Maybe in this life you don't trust completely that you're going to be supported, but your ancestors are saying, look, we chose a simple life, and, you need to choose something far greater for yourself. The trauma here is of regret. I'm really getting that, feeling regretful. So if this is still bothering you, or you all of a sudden make a decision and feel bad about it, or regret it, or have been regretting things, or feel like you're going through life where everybody else is succeeding and you're being left behind in some way, then it's time to cleanse and clear this connection in all directions of time and space, so that you are free to have material and spiritual prosperity as well. that you no longer have any energy of regret that's stopping you from having that in this life. And we can clear it out of the timeline as well, because it may be affecting more than you, your family to come as well. So we want to make sure, that it's cleared. Okay, let's keep going. How can we heal this? Well, we kind of talked about it. All right. So it's sort of talking about mental conflicts here. Okay, so this could be what else was going on. So in other words, don't overthink it. Okay? Don't overthink anything. Overthinking leads to nothing but huge, huge locked doors on your abilities, on awakening, on what you want. And you can also heal it by stepping out of the mentality of everything and moving more into the greater spiritual awareness. It feels to me that the energy here that's passed through is of conflictions and restrictions and resistance to change, and fearful energy as well from an ancestral point of view. And you may feel, that you've inherited something, some kind of illness from, or mental illness from family or whatever. But you have to remember how strong you truly are and how supported you really are as well. The way in which you heal family trauma is not acknowledging it, remembering that you can dissolve it, you can trace it back, you can ask the angels to support you in clearing the karma or the karmic lines, ancestral lines of trauma in any direction of time and space, so that it doesn't continue. And then if it is continuing, then it's not coming from that. It's something that you're overthinking or overdoing in your life. And we've all been there and we all do it. So, we just have to listen sometimes when this kind of advice comes forward. So what gifts have been passed down? Okay. Well, in this instance, it does talk about fertility. So you are able to grow anything you want for your life. You are capable of abundance on many different levels. So you don't want to block this through overthinking or overdoing things. The energy here is of the Empress. So then again, it talks about this feminine link, ancestors or this female guides that might be working with you that are actually family, right? And they've passed down great spiritual awareness. They've passed down caring, tenderness, healing, and being able to manifest as well. They've passed down knowledge of farming, of course, that's what we said in the beginning. So you feel better, or maybe you feel better when you are far away from the city, or maybe your family was, farmers and you moved away from it. Whatever the case, it's there with you. It passed down the ability to heal your own self, to heal your heart, or to work on different therapies that are heart-related. Basically owning your power, this has been passed down to you. So if you're not in your power or in your element, you're going to feel scattered, angry, upset, and all over the place. Okay. How can I honor my ancestors? There you go. You can be an individual who is unique and strong. You don't have to follow the norm of what everybody else is doing. You have to follow your internal compass and trust that you'll always be where you need to be. You can honor your ancestors by daring to be different. That's the word I keep getting. And branching out into new beginnings, of course. new ways of doing things, changing the mold basically. And because you're doing this and you're expanding, you're bringing honor to your ancestors, which is beautiful. And finally, what should I know about my future? Look at this. Everything is going to be more than okay. Absolutely beautiful. The light is shining to you from source energy. Knowledge and understanding is there, awakening on all levels. Moving forward into a new, unique path. Some of you might move to a place that you feel you've always wanted to be, and this is coming forward. This is something that you should know about your future, that it's going to be very, very bright, and everything that you're trying to achieve is more than, capable of happening, but you must have faith and belief in yourself wholeheartedly. If you can't do that, you will always find yourself confused, and you don't want to do that either. Okay? It's time for infinite abundance on every level, number 2. And you have the power within you to do it. Okay. Fantastic. I love this. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoyed the ancestors reading, and I look forward to hearing from some of you and talking with you soon. Until the next time, many blessings. Bye for now. Bye.